Hi, I am Janki Kirtan Patel, and today I am discussing about the staff retention in early childhood education. One of the great problems in early childhood education is staff retention, especially in Australia. The instability caused by high turnover rates is harmful to both educators and children. The group phenomenon associated with the departure of the educators regulatory leads to the breakdown of relationship and the lack of consistency required in effective learning. Literature has indicates that retention is directly associated with leadership and working environment as well as well-being. That's why this issue needs to be learned and solved in order to sustain quality education and care environment. The Australian early childhood industry is currently experiencing workforce crisis. There is growing demand of qualifying educators and retention is a significant issue. The number of teachers who leave due to stress, bad pay and not enough good pay and career growth is very high. This generates continuous shortage and affect the quality of services as well. It has been demonstrated that workforce instability is a significant issue in Australia in general. The retention issue needs to be addressed to provide high quality and constant early childhood learning and care as well. High staff turnover in early childhood education can be caused by various factors. Among the most frequent causes of educator turnover, there are low pay scales and strenuous schedules. Dissatisfaction is further caused by burnout and emotional stress as well. Notably, leadership is a critical component that may aggravate these problems. The absence of support and weak leadership may complicate them. It has been concluded that workforce environment and well-being are key factors that affect the choice of educators who will remain or quit their work as well. The issue of staff retention is not limited to the workforce, and the quality of early childhood education is directly influenced by this issue. When teachers, in most cases, change their employer, the children lose the important relationships they have with them, which are important in making them grow emotionally as well as cognitively. Among these teachers who remain in the field, they are normally covered overwork and this may further causes stress. Poor quality of service is created by the cycle as children have the advantage of having steady and stable relationship with the teachers. In the situation when the personnel have a high turnover rate, such relations are broken, which impact the emotional safety of children and their education as well. The EYLF supports the value of connectedness and consistency. Children might not feel safe and interested without the presence of constant teacher as well. This explains why staff retention in the early childhood education setting is critical to the promotion of positive development results. The loss of employees makes other teachers work harder and it burns them out because of the stress. This could result in an unfavorable working culture in the workplace and diminish teamwork. As per the leadership theory, in early childhood education, leadership is a key element of staff retention. Transformation leadership is aimed at motivating and inspiring staff, and servant leadership is aimed at taking care of the needs of educators. These strategies are used to develop favorable working conditions that enable the educators to be appreciated. It has been postulated that leadership style has a considerable effect to the job satisfaction and retention. So, effective leadership will be the key to creating a well constructed and loyal workforce in the early childhood environment. Research has also revealed that one of the biggest contributor to the retention of staff is leadership. Leadership practices are associated with the better educator well-being, and the poor leadership practices are associated with the dissatisfaction and turnover. Leaders that foster teamwork, provide feedback, and nurture professionals processes and stronger teams. Studies show that leadership in early childhood affects the retention directly. This portray the role of the good leadership that plays a critical part in the resolution of workforce in issues. The EYLF underlines the role of care, continuity, and secure the respectful relationships. These principles are interrupted by the high staff turnover, and children can hardly feel a part of them. The high rate of educational changes among teachers can lead to emotional insecurity in children and lack of interest in learning. The EYLF emphasizes that fact that developments depends on stable relationships. Thus, retention of staff is very important in realizing EYLF outcome in early childhood education. The National Quality Standard provides the staffing and leadership expectations in early childhood services. Quality Area 4 will be a maintain proper staffing system, and Quality Area 7 will be on effective leadership. The high turnover of the staff can result in the failure to adhere to these standards. This influences rating of services and quality. Recommends that staffing will be done consistency in order to achieve quality results. So, the regulatory requirements are closely related to retention. National Quality Framework and EYLF are used to establish quality education and care standards of Australia. They focus on the significance of professional teachers, strong leadership, and the consistency of relationships. Meeting these standards is, however, not easy due to high staff turnover. This brings about disparity between policy anticipation and practice. Emphasize that needs to be able to sustain the current staffing in line with the regulatory requirements. Retention is also a critical issue that should be taken care of in order to have successful implementation of this framework. Workforce problems are not the only risk related to staff retention. High turnover decreases the quality of provided care, influences the attendances to the NQS, and influence the development of children negatively. These issues show a gap between policy schemata and practice. This is recommended that research studies indicate that the workforce stability issue require tracking to enhance quality. Cons- Consequently, the prime consideration should be retention so that there will be successful implementation of early childhood policies. Literature review suggests that the retention of the personnel depends on a variety of factors, and these factors are the leadership, workplace culture, and well being. Leadership and good working conditions are facilitated to enhance job satisfaction and reduce turnover. Studies have continually led to the view and that retention is a major aspect that could be enhanced by modifying workplace conditions and the practice of leadership. Such results highlight that there is a need to develop evidence based strategies to overcome the issue of workforce in the early childhood education sector. As per the strategy 1, the leadership strategies will be essential in enhancing retention of staff. The professional development programs and mentoring schemes assist educators to feel like being supported and valued. Leaders that give directions and feedback offer good working environments. They also claim that excellent leadership increases retention rates through job and professional satisfaction. Consequently, one of the approaches to dealing with the workforce issues in early childhood education is leadership development. The culture of the workplace has a considerable impact within the retention of staff. Good working conditions in which the teachers are appreciated and treated should result in increased job satisfaction. Morale is also enhanced through cooperation and good interrelationship between the employees. According to the research, workplace well-being and culture are the factors that helps to minimize turnover. That is the strategy too. Based on the strategy 3, although leadership and workplace strategies are crucial, they should also implement changes in the border policy. But some of the reasons that have led to staff turnover include poor payments and career opportunities. The retention effort can be enhanced through better funding and laying clearer career progressions. The studies indicate that there is the necessity of systematic changes to facilitate the workforce sustainability. Hence, the guidance to combat retention should be both at organizational and policy levels as well. As per the action plan and graduate standards, my practice as a future childhood leader will be in line with Australian professional standards. The creation of safe and conducive environment is a standard 4.1.1, which helps retain the maintained staff standard 3.3.1 points to teamwork, which serves to create good team. At standard 1.1.1 and 1.2.1 inclusive, the responsive teaching practices are guided as per the standard 7.1.1, 7.4.1 emphasizes that professional participation, practice, and leadership. With these standards, I shall be in a position to develop a good culture of workplace and enhance retention of staff in early childhood education. Conclusively, the staff retention is a major problem in the Australia early childhood sector. It has direct impact in the development of children, well-being of education and general service quality. This presentation has revealed the leadership is one of the major aspects that can be integrated to resolve retention issues. The leaders can be contribute to the stability of the workforce by creating the favorable working conditions, promotions to the teamwork, and aligning the practices with the EYLF and national quality standards. Therefore, leadership is one of the keys to quality and long term caring and education in early childhood. Now here are the references, and thank you so much for listening me.